Piriformis pain is a pain in the butt, quite literally. Getting rid of piriformis pain is a three-step process. Number one, we want to stretch the glutes to take the pressure off the piriformis. Number two, we want to build full hip range of motion to stop the piriformis being used as a stabilizer. And number three, we want to build hip and glute strength in order to make a lasting change so our issues don't keep coming back. The first two are to help you to manage your symptoms, and the last one is to make sure that it doesn't bother you again. So let's get stuck in for the exercise you need for step one. First off, to give us some relief, we want to do a deep glute stretch to try and relax things off. So Jenni right now is in a 90-90 position, and if you can see here from a higher angle, she's going to bring this back leg in a little bit, so we're not really worried about that right now. We're looking to stretch out this hip that's externally rotated here. So what Jenni's going to do is set one hand at either side. So one's beside her foot, one is beside her knee. We have a pillow under the knee at the moment, and we're looking to get this nice stretch. You should feel this in the butt. This is where you want to feel it, nice deep stretch. And then from there, you'll notice Jenni is just leaning forwards a little bit, breathing and rocking from side to side. So she's not staying fully still in the position, always a little bit of movement here and there. She hangs around in like one position for 20 seconds, has a little bit of a wiggle, and then takes a deep breath out and tries to see can she go a little touch further without just rounding her back. So she's looking to keep the stretch in the hip, not the back. After another 20 seconds of wiggling around, another deep breath out, and she tries to sink down a little bit lower. So you're going to repeat this on both sides and also look for a tightness or a different side to side as well. And if it feels okay and there's no pressure in the knee, you can try taking the pillow away, see with the knee on the floor and see how that feels. Do you still get a nice deep stretch in the hip with no pressure on the knee? So you want to be feeling this in the glutes as you do it, and remember, just keep wiggling around the whole time. If you're not finding a nice deep stretch with the 90-90, we can also try the figure four. So all you'll need is a box or your sofa or wall, just something you can prop your foot up against. Jenni is laying down and she's put one foot on. She then crosses her leg over and then with her hand just gently brings the knee out to the side, looking to find that nice deep stretch in the glute. If she doesn't feel it's quite right, she can lift her hips up a little bit and then shimmy herself and then try and lower herself back down into position. Try again, see does the stretch feel any better. We're looking to hang out here for 30 seconds, keeping the breathing nice and relaxed as we're doing it, and we're looking to have a nice melting feeling, like all the tension in your hips and your entire life just floats away. Do you feel that, Jenni? Jenni's got it. So you're gonna do 60 seconds on each side. Don't worry if you don't get that melting feeling the first couple of times you try it. It'll take a bit of practice, but this stretch, when you practice a few times, is awesome. Your piriformis is a deep muscle located underneath your glutes. If the muscles around that are tight, it presses on the sciatic nerve, and that's where the pain comes from. It can be difficult to deal with your piriformis pain because it attaches from the sacrum at the base of your spine to your leg bone. So it's involved anytime you actually move your leg. That's why these pains can catch you whenever you're standing up from a chair or just shifting your weight from side to side. So we use these stretches to help take the pressure off so that we can now go into building full hip range of motion and strength. If your hips are crazy tight, then it is better to move in and out of stretches nice and slowly and build up the range of motion over multiple sessions. If you push too hard, too soon, you're going to end up aggravating your symptoms further or putting extra pressure on the knee, and we don't want that. Next up, we want to build full active hip range of motion by using the hip cars. So what we've done to Jenni here is blocked her off. She's hugging a pole right now. You can do this beside your door frame. The main reason is your hip never has actually as much range as you think it does whenever you actually block things off. Jenni does this without having something beside her. She's able to get the leg up way higher, but her whole torso's moving. We're not after that. We're looking to isolate the hip right now. So we get in nice and close, and then from there we go up first of all, so into hip flexion. So she's slightly externally rotated, and nice and slowly she brings it out. So this works abduction. Then she internally rotates here, presses back so her hips fully extend at the front, squeezes her glute, brings the leg down and squeezes inwards here at the bottom portion as well. So this works on the adduction. Then she does that in reverse. She comes up to the side. This works the abduction, and then she externally rotates, and then she brings the leg back through into front flexion and then back down again. And that's one full rep. So we go nice and slow the whole time, really trying to get the muscles working. If you feel something catches at some point, just take a wee second, have a breath, wiggle it out if you need to. But this is the way the reps want to go. You want to go nice and slow and focus on those muscles feeling active the whole time. So we're back up, we rotate back out, and then we bring it across. So 2 sets of 3 full reps you're going to do. We're trying to isolate each hip at a time and get all of those surrounding muscles in the hips to work properly. It's It's really good to remember that your body is made up of over 600 muscles. Even if you're getting pain in a specific area, it might not be where the problem is. It might be the surrounding stuff that's putting extra stress on the piriformis and causing it to do stuff that it's not meant to do. It's been framed. Trust no one. Now, to actually get rid of our piriformis pain for good, we want to build the strength of the hips. And there's no better way to do that than the multi-directional lunge. So there's 4 different variations we're going to look at here. Jenni's first of all going to lift one leg up, and then she sends it back right behind her to a standard straight lunge. Taps the knee gently, comes back, tries to lift that leg. Second version, she tries to step off at a slight diagonal behind her. She comes down, so she gets a bit of a glute stretch, and she brings herself back up. And then the third version is to go straight across, a little bit of a twist. The front foot here stays nice and straight, so we tap the knee gently, we bring ourselves back up, lift that knee, and then she steps that foot out to the side and then lunges down into that side. So we're hitting loads of angles of the hips. We're stretching and strengthening at the same time. These are awesome. And then you'll repeat that on the other side. So 1 rep is all 4 lunges. So it's straight back and then slight diagonal. If I scooch out of the way and then straight across, remember that foot stays front on, and then out to the side. And we're aiming to build ourselves up so that we can do lots of reps. So we end up doing 20 reps on each side if you do 5 sets. If you're struggling to do lots or you find the balance element quite hard, you can use a chair in order to help you get back up from the reps. So you still do the same step off angles, but use your arms as much as you need to. So you're still getting that stretch in the hips. You're still using your leg a little bit to bring yourself up, but this way we can get the work done without aggravating anything or making it too hard. So yes, you want to eventually build up to be able to have the leg up and balance in between each rep to improve your hip stability. But if this is where you need to start, that is absolutely fine. This is the way to build things up. The first 2 exercises are great to get on top of the symptoms, but if you're still in a period of acute pain, you may want to stick with those before moving on to the lunges. But once you're 80% pain-free, building hip strength and stability is essential for getting rid of piriformis pain. You really want to focus on these lunges until they don't even feel like a challenge for you, and then you can even start to progress them further by adding a small weight. Ideally, you want to put all 3 into a mini circuit like this, and over time, whenever your acute pain starts to go away, you can focus less on the stretching and more on building that strength, and even progressively increase the weights that you're using. Everyone's recovery looks different. You may find after a few days that you feel great and you're flying, or you may find that it might take a few weeks to feel like you're getting somewhere. The main thing is that you cannot rest yourself stronger. Being proactive is the best thing that you can do. Just go based on how you feel the day after. If you wake up and your pain is a little better or the same, keep working at things. If it's worse, then you need to do slightly less. But don't do nothing. Go ahead and don't do nothing. If you're sick of dealing with aches and pains all over your body, then I highly recommend that you check out our program, The Simplistic Mobility Method. You can find it at our website, tommorrison.uk.